G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and I'm holding a quail egg. That's because I'm down the back here in our quail pen and it's pretty gloomy, so I'm hopeful this video will come out okay. And the reason why it's gloomy is because we're in winter here. Well, we're not quite in winter yet. It's just on the edge of winter. Late throes of autumn coming into winter, and the weather is what I sort of want to talk to you guys about today in regards to quails laying eggs, and after that I'll give you a bit of a general update on my quail keeping. Now in the background you might hear the ducks going off. That's because they're coming back from the dam and they want to have a feed, and I'm here annoying them because even though I'm in this quail pen, I'm a few meters away from their feed bins, so they're working up the courage to try to come into the chicken and duck pen and have a feed. Oh, they're funny animals. But anyway, let's get straight into it. All right, so it looks like the ducks have gone down to the dam and left me in peace, which makes it a lot easier to speak, I can tell you. So I did a bit of a hunt and I only found one quail egg, and there's a good reason for that. We're coming into winter and quail don't generally lay through the winter months. Now, the reason why I really wanted to do this video, and pretty quickly, was because I'd been getting quite a few messages over the last 2 or 3 weeks saying, Mark, what's going on? My quail have stopped laying. They're expecting eggs out of these young adults, 6 to 9 weeks old, and there's no eggs coming, and they're thinking, has something gone wrong during the breeding process? Have I got sterile hens or something, or what's happened? But really, that's just a matter of chance, because if you've bred quail up and they're coming into adulthood, they're not going to probably lay, not just because of the cold. In fact, it's not because of the cold at all. It's because of the daylight hours. Quail like good long daylight hours, at least around 12 or more hours of daylight to bring on their laying. When winter comes, obviously the daylight hours are shorter and the quail stop laying. This is a good thing because it gives the quail a rest. So I'm happy to find only just one egg, because it means that they're coming into their natural cycle. They've stopped laying. They're still eating lots and drinking heaps. They're actually fattening up a little. And even though this is my breeding stock, I'm quite happy for them not to be laying at all for the next 3 months. At the start of the spring, they'll start laying eggs and there'll be eggs all over the ground here. But for the next 3 months or more, I'm quite happy for them just to chill out, rejuvenate their bodies. This little egg here might look quite small. It's about, 3-4 times smaller than a chicken egg. However, when you think about it, a chicken egg compared to a quail egg isn't much of a difference, but a quail at about 250 to 300 grams max is quite a lot smaller than a chicken. It's a bit like a chicken laying an emu egg, if you could use that analogy. That's a big egg for a little bird to lay, and it's good for them to have a break. Commercial outfits, they just put on extra lighting in the quail sheds, and they will, if not keep the lights on 24 hours, they will at least make 17 or so or 18 hours of light. And so the quail continue to lay. The problem with that is those quail just pretty much lay to death. Their lifespan is a lot shorter, and I would argue that their life isn't as fulfilling because it's not natural for them just to continually lay. The main point I wanted to say is don't be too concerned if your quail have gone off the lay, particularly if it's coming into the cooler months or coming into winter, because that's quite normal. Personally, just for humane sake and for good quality eggs, as a backyard breeder, I'd recommend you let your quail have a break, because then your breeders in the new season will be stronger, they'll lay better eggs, they'll be better quality, and you'll have better hatching rates and a lot more benefits. You'll get longevity out of your good quail breeders, so you'll get perhaps 12 months or 2 years more than you would if you made them lay continuously. It's best incubating quail eggs when the weather's a little bit more milder anyway. Your incubator doesn't have to work as hard, it's easier to brood the little chicks. Of course, there are other reasons why quail mightn't lay. They might have got a fright, there might have been a hawk in the area, there might have been a fox or an animal that's given them a fright, and they may go off the lay for a few weeks if they've been stressed, or if you've transported them, or if you've purchased some adult quail and they've come into a new location, they may take several weeks to settle. Also, they might go off the lay if they've been infested with lights or mites in particular. Mites will weaken the birds, so check for that. But generally, quail are pretty good layers. Now, just a quick update on my quail pen and what's happening. So yes, it's coming into winter, so I'm not getting many eggs. That's cool. I've got about 14 quail at the moment. I lost about 3 or 4 coming into, well, when it just started to get a bit cooler, and that's normal. Quail, sometimes the older breeders will drop off the perch, particularly as the weather gets cooler, because they aren't as stronger, and it's normal for me to lose a few birds coming in to winter. Overall, they're all quite healthy. The mulch is starting to wear down, although not as much as I expected. Remember, if you watch me closely, I put a wood chip mulch in here and was interested to see how that would break down. Well, it's breaking down a little. It's certainly covered in poop and everything, and but it's still got some big chunks in there, and it hasn't sort of broken down as much as, say, a hay or straw or sugarcane mulch would break down, put it that way. But I'm still pretty happy with the results, and that's going to go into the garden and do very well for my plants. I'll probably change it maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe a month, scoop it all up and give the whole pen a good refurbish. But yeah, I think that'll do for me. I'll leave these 14 or so birds rest over the winter months and then really hook into my breeding come our spring in September. What I want to do then is breed a whole heap up, butcher them, and when we butcher them for food, I want to show you guys that process again, even though I've done videos on it before. I might do it slightly different, from sort of pen to the plate type thing. Show you how I cook them up, show you some special recipes that I've got for quail. I think that'd be good this coming spring. That's the medium to long-term plan of what I'd like to show you guys as far as this channel is concerned. Anyway, the sun's going down, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to share it. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.